Lord of the Abyss, Maloch. A name that represents bravery and violence is enough to strike fear into any hero. As the Lord of the Abyss, Maloch has absolute power. When Maloch strikes an enemy hero with his skills, all of his following attacks will ignore the enemy's defense and deal true damage. Maloch has absolute reign over melee combat. Let all enemies tremble in shock and awe. Passive ability, Plunder. Maloch has a longer range than other melee heroes. When Maloch's weapon becomes enchanted, his normal attacks deal true damage and recover his health. Skill 1, Cleave. Maloch swings his blade to deal damage. If Maloch hits a hero, Maloch's weapon becomes enchanted and deal true damage. If Cleave is interrupted, the cooldown is greatly reduced. Skill 2, Soul Eater. Maloch snatches the souls of surrounding enemies, dealing a small amount of damage and applying a slowdown effect to enemies within range. Every enemy hit will grant him a shield. Hitting an enemy hero with Soul Eater will enchant Maloch's weapon. Ultimate, Shock. Maloch unleashes a massacre from above by leaping towards a designated target location, knocking enemies into the air and dealing damage to nearby enemies where he lands. Hitting an enemy hero with Shock will enchant Maloch's weapon. If Maloch's weapon is already enchanted when he uses Shock, bonus true damage will be applied to Maloch's target. Once Maloch lands, he forms a seal over a target area. Any enemy who enters or exits the seal will be slowed down. Maloch is a roadside warrior. The core of Maloch's damage comes from the true damage. That means it is important to continuously maintain the enchantment of his weapon. While in the attacking lane, Maloch can maintain enchantment through accurate hits of Soul Eater, then use Cleave to damage and exhaust the enemy. It is paramount to maintain weapon enchantment while in the attacking lane. While in a team fight, Maloch's most common combo rotation is Shock, then Soul Eater, then Cleave. Maloch's ultimate, Shock, requires anticipating the enemy's upcoming movements to effectively land the leap attack, while taking the amount of time Maloch is in the air into account. Even if you do not land Shock directly on an enemy hero, you can use it to separate lines of the battlefield. While his weapon is enchanted, Maloch's true damage can ignore armor entirely. Furthermore, the true damage on his normal attacks can deal a critical hit. So whether it is against tanks or the enemy's backline, the damage dealt is considerable. Combined with the shield and lifesteal of Soul Eater, Maloch is clutch when it comes to counterattack.